We're in lesson 92 in the book Kav Hayashar, Daf Ha'Yomi. This is the third of Tevet. We're discussing a story of a disciple of the Ramban who went off the path, and he became very popular amongst the Gentiles. So here's how it continues. One Yom Kippur, he sent word to the Ramban to come to him. This was the disciple, Rabbi Avner. He wanted the Ramban to come to him on Yom Kippur. Then the Ramban's presence, the apostate took a pig, butchered it, and then cooked it and ate it. Afterwards he asked, Rabbi, how many penalties of excision have I incurred today? The Ramban answered, 4. The disciple replied, did I not transgress 5 prohibitions? He then engaged in his former mentor in a complex Torah discussion till the Ramban was compelled to admit that he had indeed incurred 5 penalties of excision. The Ramban then asked him, tell me, what brought you to deny the Torah of Moses? The apostate explained, I once heard in one of your sermons that all the commandments are contained in Parshat Hazinu, and that all the events of history are hinted there as well. However, one requires the help of heaven to understand all those allusions and secrets. Since the disciple considered all this to be impossible, he became persuaded that what the Ramban was saying was not true, whereupon he went out and cast off the yoke of Torah and became a different person. The Ramban replied, I still insist that what I said was correct. Everything is hinted at clearly in Parshat Hazinu. If you do not believe me, ask me for an example and I will answer you. The apostate was taken aback and said, if what you say is true, show me where's my name, Avner, is alluded to there. So the Ramban prayed with all his heart and soul until he came to him. The verse, I said I would scatter them to the corners. I would make them remembrance of them to cease from among men. In this verse, taking the third letter of each word spells out the name Rabbi Avner, as follows. Amaratim Afihem Av Ashbitam Mi Anush Zokram. When the disciple heard this, he was filled with trembling and fell upon his face. He asked his mentor whether there could be any remedy for him if he repented. The Rambam answered, you have heard the words of the verse stating that this individual's remembrance would cease from among the men, indicating that no remedy would help. So the disciple immediately went out and obtained a ship without a captain, a rope, or a sailor, and allowed it to drift wherever it would take him. While he cried out bitterly to Hashem, no one heard what became of him. Afterwards the Ramban prayed profusely that the man be granted some decree of atonement. A long time afterwards he appeared to the Ramban in a dream and thanked him because his prayers had enabled him to enter Gehenna, where he would be punished severely for 12 months, after which he would be healed. For until then he had been allowed to enter neither Gan Eden nor Gehenna, but remained in the slingshot, which is called the Kefakeli, in which the souls are punished after death.